For 400 years since Galileo first pointed his telescope at the sky, astronomers have not only been looking across the far reaches of space, but back in time. Because the light from distant objects takes so long to reach us, every telescope is a time machine. Even traveling at an unbelievable 186,000 miles per second, light takes a long time to cross space. Light reflected off the surface of the moon is already over a second old by the time it reaches us on Earth. Look up at Saturn, and you're seeing it as it was 1.5 hours ago. And we see Andromeda as it was when the first humans walked the Earth. Its light has been traveling across space for over 2 million years. Here at the Lick Observatory, Sandra Faber spent her early career unraveling the mysteries of the most distant galaxies.
The biggest telescopes on Earth now are taking us back billions of years into the past, 90% of the way back to the beginning of the universe.
View light from the furthest visible galaxies, and you're seeing them as they were over 11 billion years ago.
A galaxy is really like a city of stars. Just as there are billions of people on Earth or millions of people in a city, there are hundreds of billions of stars in a typical galaxy.
The universe contains over 100 billion galaxies. Like giant hurricanes in space, their resident stars spin around a giant central core. To see into the heart of the most distant galaxies would require a very special telescope. This is what Hubble saw. The images they received were beyond anyone's wildest imagination. Free from the distortion of the Earth's atmosphere, images captured by the Space Telescope left even the most hardened of cosmologists in awe. Hubble captured the final moments of a star's life when it explodes and blows off layers of gas and dust. It also captured interstellar nurseries of newly born stars, each one as varied and unique as a human fingerprint. And dark pillars of cosmic dust more than 1 million miles long, ready to spawn a new generation of stars and planets. But Hubble's true moment of glory was still to come. The mission controllers pointed the telescope at a distant, empty patch of deep space and waited. Over a period of 10 days in 1995, emerging across the coldness of space, the Hubble Deep Field image revealed a tapestry of distant galaxies. This was the furthest back in space and time we had ever seen.
To point the telescope for hundreds of hours and let this light that has traveled for 10 billion years slowly dribble in and accumulate. When you see so far back and see so many galaxies and imagine that the sky is filled with them, billions of galaxies, that's like 10 galaxies for every person on Earth, something like 50 to 100 billion galaxies, and each one of them containing 50 to 100 billion stars, say. That's an enormous number of places where there might be planets and life and very interesting things going on in the universe.
Powerful computers have turned the real galaxies of the deep field image into a remarkable 3D journey to the edge of the universe. In the foreground are mature galaxies like our own. Further back in time are younger, energetic galaxies. But beyond here, the structures begin to thin out. This is as far as we can see. This is the edge of the visible universe, over 90% of the way back to the beginning of everything. Faint galaxies that were formed just 1 billion years after the Big Bang. Beyond these galaxies, we can see nothing. We're entering the universe's dark ages.
In some way, creatures like us, and there probably are many, are the consciousness or the intelligence of the universe. It's almost as if the universe invented a way to know itself.
After centuries of gazing at the heavens, scientists now know that everything in our universe was born 12 billion years ago. Before the Big Bang, there was nothing. This violent explosion gave birth to everything we can see. Countless galaxies, stars and planets, even life itself.